thing I like about this area is that it does look like, I mean, this could be done better, of course. We have much better systems, have the chairs, like the race car chairs, the gamer chairs. Instead, you can be able to battle online, so that'd be kind of cool to have a setup like that where people can compete online, battle online with other players, even players in the same room as them. That way you don't always have to physically play card games, you can just digitally play card games. So that'd be pretty cool to have this room set up that way. Another thing would be to have, an area where obviously you have nice little booths, tables, chairs, where you can have tables where you can have one-on-one battles, of course, but also have a nice little area where you can have a bigger table, more people can play. Have a food area, of course, where you can eat, but have like a McDonald's type setup where people can order food and stuff and eat and play. Of course, I like the idea of supplying healthy food options, because you don't want people to gain weight from spending a lot of time playing card games. But then having nice big areas where you can, you can play games, have features where, in case you need to charge your phones, you can charge your phone through USB or plugs. You can set up laptops and whatnot to be able to compete. You see, you got a big screen where there could be information news. You can even watch battles. That'd be kind of cool to have the ability to watch tournaments being played out. And this could be for any card game. You have one room that'll be like this for Dragon Ball Super, and that won't be for Magic, and that won't be for Yu-Gi-Oh, and you get the idea. And be able to have something a little bit more professional. Have clocks. There's no clocks in here, but have clocks for timing. So that way you can, for time rules and stuff like that for games that have times. Imagine having something like that, like a device that keeps tracks of the rounds and stuff like that, so you can literally have somebody whose job is to manage this particular area, and they'll be, like the judge, like the head judge type thing. So that would be kind of cool. That way we can have less issues where somebody is waiting for a judge and the judge is taking too long. To be able to have staff that specifically, is for specific areas, and they judge for those specific areas and whatnot. Of course, have security, to keep everybody safe and to prevent anybody from getting violent just because they lost at a card game. So being able to have stuff like that set up in one area, you have another area, and having a whole bunch of card players around playing games, that'd be kind of cool. So this is like one of my business ideas of like, man, it'd be nice to have get me a big building with a bunch of office space and turn the office space into, a place where people can play. Basically I would call it a tournament center where people can go and compete. That way it's a place dedicated specifically for competitive play. Obviously there's memberships and entry fees and stuff like that. People gotta pay to come and play the games, right? They can buy products because of the cards, card game products available for them to purchase. They could purchase items like, mat step boxes, all that good stuff. So you get the idea. That'd be kind of cool. You can literally have something, dedicated for card games or board games or any other type of games, and every floor of the building will cater to different things. You could have one floor that's just like for board games, like Monopoly, Dungeons and Dragons, that kind of stuff. For people who like, that type of activity, social activities, activities where you're interacting with other people and competition and whatnot. And it's just all fun and games, because literally that's what it is games, and then you're paying for it. You're paying for membership, so you can compete, you can enter. The ability to pay in advance, I love that idea, the membership idea, to be able to pay like a one-time a year fee, like let's say $100 or something like that, or $200 a year, so you can have membership to enter tournaments and stuff, right? To enter events. So it's all paid for ahead of time, so no one has to worry about having the money when there's an event. It's just a matter of like, oh, there's going to be a tournament this weekend? All right, let me head out there. Let me head out to the tournament, and let me go, swipe my membership. Boom, enter the tournament. I'm registered, all that good stuff. Enter the tournament and, play the card games or whatever you're doing. But mainly it'll be like card games, obviously. It's the main idea of the tournament centers is you're playing competitive card games like Magic and whatnot, Dragon Ball Super. Even that card games can be supported if we can get enough of the products. We could even allow proxies. We can allow that. We can even probably print proxies and things of that nature, like where we have official proxies for our events, where you're like allowed to use these proxies because you got them from us. We will allow you to use them in our tournaments that we host. So if we host like old card games that are no longer being supported by the companies that originally created the card games, we can at least create official proxies for our events. Just for our events, not official in any other capacity, but at least official for our events. Not no people, use a printer at home and print out some cards and put it into a sleeve and then they bring it to the event. No, they have to actually get these proxies from us, because there will be only our proxies will be allowed to be used in our events. You know what I mean? That way we have a little bit more control of it, of what people do not have, what they can't use. We don't want it to get out of control. Because even if we allow the idea of people using stuff like, let's say, Black Lotus and stuff, we don't